All right. Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to today's Weather Tonight. I'm Cloud Hudson. And obviously, to start off today, I'm not doing slides. I'm just going to take us through what I call my vibology desk. That is and I also, my microphone might get tired halfway through this. So be patient with me. I might have to switch over to a shitty mic. All right. First of all, got GFS pulled up. Let's get, well, are we on do we have the new? No, we're on 18Z. Let's zoom out just a little. Okay. Usually they give you analysis on this. I don't know why. Well, let me see if it's under. Okay. I'm not going to perch up there all close because I've got a little desk right here. Look, I got a little lap desk. Okay. Basically, tonight's top stories are that snowing in the Northeast, obviously, right here. And there's more coming in from this direction. So let's see if we can get a different region on that same. It's not going to show that far. Let's look for, I like looking at the Northern Hemisphere view because I like the stereographic projection, and they don't put much in stereographic projection. Okay. This is when we get to analysis. So, okay. My favorite portion of the night, analysis, not prediction. What actually happened? Let's click through. This is this weekend, Saturday. That was supposed to be our big storm. You see this little pressure system right here was supposed to be our nor'easter, whatever. A lot of places were like back-to-back blizzards this weekend. Your travel's going to be bad. And then, I mean, here we are. It's Sunday night. It's kind of bad inland, but it's not a nor'easter, really. I mean, look at how tight those isobars are, but the sea surface temperature, what it looks like it should be based on this map and what's actually happening on the ground are a little different. This map actually doesn't look that strong, but now we're getting into forecast. See, this is the low that's getting gone, but this low that's sliding into the Pacific Northwest up here, this is really strong right now. And, it weakens as it comes over land a bit, but like the vertical column, this is also at the 500 millibar height. So this is the level of non-divergence. And the level of non-divergence is also where we look for bomb cyclogenesis, like explosive cyclogenesis. When people are talking about a bomb cyclone, they're talking about a type of cyclone rapid intensification that like kind of is self-feeding. And it happens when there's like multiple tropopauses, multi-inversion, anyway, I'm not going to get into that today, but let's look. Clicking through, we've got, I mean, they don't even have the low cutting off fully for more than a second. I mean, some of the levels are cutting themselves off, and then you can see it come back in with all that strength of, yeah, I think that we're going to get walloped. And then it just spins around. It's the same air pressure lobe. Like, the interesting thing about this polar jet stream is My microphone went out, and I have no idea how long it was out. Oh, well, I'm going to go back in after this is done and have to re-record it. Or I will just be, narrating what just happened. Okay. Let's take that as a sign to move on. But I was just saying that this storm that we just had, you can see as this right here. And it's swooping through. And then this is the new one that's about to do a new sag and swoop. Going through. And you see it's got a real nice definition there. And just bowling ball, knock them out right through the northeast. And even this gets it. It's almost like the nor'easter is shifted up to Canada. Like this used to curve around and smack that coastline. And now it's smacking this coastline. Yeah, you see that wallop there? Canada is going to get what our New England used to get. But the climate is changing. The climes, they are changing. Let's see. God, that's such a beautiful, beautiful map. I love watching this map so much. And it's just so soothing. Well, it's not soothing if you know how much warm air is advecting up into the polar vortex, but because this is winter, guys. This should be tight. This should be, well, it shouldn't be tighter in the winter. It should be organized. It should be getting our stockpile of cold up here. And what's really happening is we are getting the cold smooshed out into all the warm. Let's move on. Here's my favorite way to view the Earth, stereographic projection. I've got temperatures up, currently surface temperatures. Let's look at that 500 temperatures, 500 height. The 500 millibar height, this is what the winds and temps look like. So let's go for, I want wind. There we go. So I thought it was really interesting to watch the shape of the winds from the surface. Let's scooch to where I thought it was the most interesting. This is where our Canadian, Alaskan storm birthing center is. And this, okay, I was going to say the surface all the way up to the highest height we have is 10 hectopascals. That way, when we're looking at 10 hectopascals, you can see that right above Alaska is the big mama center of rotation for this. This is high pressure sucking air down into, well, I can't show you vertical motion on this, but I don't know. I'd have to go back to the GFS to look at that. But as we work our way down through the atmosphere, this is like what I'm bringing this up because this is the path that a solar particle would take to get down into our atmosphere. First, if it was going straight at the Earth towards the North Pole, which isn't exactly how it happens because our radiation belt is its own atmosphere that sends things going. But let's say it made it to the atmosphere here at the 10 HPA, at the 10 hectopascals level. It would then go down through the atmosphere to 70 hectopascals. And still there's some slight anticyclonic rotation to it. And then we're going down further. And this vertical column of strong rotation starts to peter out. And everybody's different sub-rotations start to get added to the mix here once we're at the 250 millibar or HPA height. And then we're going down. It gets more complicated as we go down towards the surface at 500. Now we're at 700. And this is when it starts to look almost like that blobby top again. Down at 850. And you can really see that well-defined low after it's swung through. And what is fixing to happen here. And then surface obs. Obviously. I think that these and these are kind of all fitting into this big low. This is going to have such an interesting approach to the Pacific Northwest. And I think the approach to the Pacific Northwest will actually determine what kind of storm it's going to be for the rest of us. But speaking of picturing yourself as a solar particle going down through the atmosphere, let's take a look at our space weather. Of course, shout out to Space Weather Live. Shout out to Null Earth and Tropical Tidbits for all of this beautiful, all these beautiful products, data products online. It's amazing what you can do as a scientist without an institution these days. Okay. So did I miss any? The last time I checked, there wasn't much. Oh, we're down 4 solar spot regions. Down 4 new regions. Okay. No, we have 28 more regions though. Okay. Let's see. This was, let's look at more data. I like looking at the X-ray flux data. I think that makes a lot more sense to me than some of the other variables. All right. So since yesterday, it's been about 24 hours since, yeah, this is Saturday when I woke up and Saturday when I went live. No. Let's flare probability. Should we just have a big, almost M-class flare? Almost here today, actually, at 22:20. That's 0 UTC is 8 p.m. So it's like 6:20. Okay, yeah, when I went to get dinner. When I went to get dinner today, we had an almost M-class flare. If there's anyone out there, let's see if we can meditate on any activity now. feel something in my gut. I feel something in my gut that something's happening. Yeah, that 8.78 was our 24-hour max, and it was just now. Let's look at WSA Enlil. This is kind of my Sunday fun day. Okay, they finally modeled that blast. They've gotten the latest. Okay. It's like that's going north of Earth. North and east of Earth. Yeah. Well, this has been quite the riveting stream so far. There's not really much news. I've been looking on our interactive earthquake map, volcano map. Haven't seen too much today. These are since the new year. Let me go back and apply it to just today. So yeah, California is got a lot of activity as always, but I mean, you'd be surprised if California's quiet, but very shallow quakes everywhere, very shallow. I'm really fascinated by the amount of shallow quakes that I'm seeing. There's a lot in Texas today too. And in Fairbanks, really, I think over in the South Pacific is what, like the over here in the Pacific is where we've got some bigger quakes actually happening in the fives. Again, 5s and 4.5s at 10 kilometers deep. Something's happening at 10 kilometers that's like really making them shake. And again, still happening in Japan daily. Those Honshu Peninsula earthquakes are still rocking Japan. Let's see if I can animate these for you. Yeah. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Bam, bam. Went here to here to here to here. It's just been going back and forth. I feel like what's been happening over, let me show you since the beginning of the year here. This is really interesting to watch. This is all the earthquakes, and I've greatly exaggerated the size. Actually, I'm going to zoom in just to show you. Let's go for animate earthquakes now. Because, yeah, you see that first day. I'm going from, actually, maybe I should do date range starting the day before. Do December 31st. Okay, so this is December 31st through today in the Honshu Peninsula. So they really went boom, boom, boom that first day. It is a rumbling, trying to figure out what to do with that peninsula. See, it keeps rumbling. That 7.5 was a doozy, but there's just been a lot more 4s and 5s since then. Oh, that's not what I wanted to look at. There was another place that was having interesting quakes in the middle of America, but what we got here? And 4.3. This is the first one that's at a lower depth, though. That's the really interesting thing to me, is that there are so many at such shallow purple depths. We got here in the Philippines. Another, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that the date is big now. Let's move on to volcanoes. What do we got? Do we have any volcanoes? Volcanic ash, volcanic ash. Yeah, I don't see too much to be. I want to know what's happening in Rearcast. That Rearcast Peninsula is just keeping me on the edge of my seat. And this hazard map is so silly, and I can't believe that they opened the Blue Lagoon. Like, who, what, when, where, why? Why would they do that? 2.4 above grade. Okay. So this is three weeks. And this is their depth. Huh. Very interesting. Let's see past 7 days. That's on. Okay, that's the day that they. That's 30 days. Okay, so this is what it looks like when there's an eruption. This is what we had the other day. And here's where we are now. We're percolating down. And when you see what it usually looks like, you'll see, yes, this looks like something's going to happen. Because this was the last, and I mean, oh man, there's so much more to happen with this, I think. And these are great plots. Great plots. Yeah, let's move on from that. Astrology. This is our current astro weather. We've got, let's see. What's it feel like to me? Who's a standout here? That Sun Square Chiron is a standout. I really feel like that's the vibe of today's stream, is like, I am muscling through. You know, I'm muscling through getting this channel up and running. and I'm really doing my best to try to like make it interesting and stuff, but it's slow going, and I'm having to kind of like push myself to do this, even though it's like fun. I don't want to ever get bored on stream because you'll be bored. A stream's only fun if I'm fun, if I'm having fun. So let's shake it up. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Oh, I got a viewer. How do I see where my viewer is? Wow. Thank you, viewer. I can't see. Probably on Twitter. Might be. Is it you, David? Might be. I don't know how I would see a chat, though. I've never done my... Let's see if I can get my live up. Well, that's weird. It says 0 views on Twitter, so... Not sure who's watching. I don't know how I get my chat going, but wish I could see it. Let me see if I can call up my chat in any other tabs. Let's see if this chat works. I don't know. It might start rebroadcasting my sound for a second. There we go. Okay. Well, hi. Okay. So, yeah, so speaking of this, okay, well, chat does show up. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so talking about this astrology right here, I think I want to click on an aspect. Let's see if I can. No, I can't do that. Moon opposing Uranus tonight. Exactly. And I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to get out of that. Moon in Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus feels... What we're getting materially is shaking up. What we're owed materially is shaking up. The Scorpio moon that feels entitled to things, the things we feel entitled to are changing. The materials that we feel entitled to are changing. The sensuality and the sensual experiences that we're entitled to are changing. Things that we're feeling protective of are changing. I really think that, I don't know, this Uranus and Taurus has been such an adventure. I feel like for the past, 7 years, this has been a whirlwind of figuring out what your resources are, how you acquire them, how you secure them, and how you lose them. Like that Scorpio moon is just so mourning the loss of material realities. I feel like right now I'm mourning the loss of my material security of thinking about a job only being outside myself and not something that I create consciously. I'm excited that soon. I mean, the Sun square Chiron is, I gotta figure out why we're losing. It's very, I will figure out so soon what's wrong with me. And it's not that anything's wrong with me. It's that I've been trying to find what's wrong with me when nothing's wrong. I hope that makes sense. What's wrong with me is that I've been trying to find something wrong with me. This Saturn sextile Jupiter will trine Mars in Capricorn so soon. Like so soon we're going to be able to have fun with like whatever ego punches we're getting. Like me, for instance, I'm streaming to no one daily for 30 minutes. Just actually, there's not no one. There's 2 people here. Hi, hello. If you're here, say hi. I would love to see somebody in the comments being here. But I feel like this is my calling. This is my path. This is my something that I'm supposed to be doing. And I don't think it always remains in this format, but it needs to be done in this format for a while before new things can happen. I won't unlock the new formats before I do the first format. So we're going to do the first format first. Okay. Let's I don't know how I feel about that. Mars about to sextile Saturn. I just feel like that's going to be something we can do really tangibly, physically in the physical world. And Jupiter is finally headed towards its real conjunction with Uranus and Taurus. And that's going to happen right around my degree of my sun. So very excited for that. And by excited, I mean intimidated. I'm probably going to go outside and spend some time with the moon tonight. Just because I think she gets lonely being all depressed in Scorpio, because it's a sad, if you got to feel the full feelings of a sign when you're in it as the moon, then Scorpio's got to be like the worst one to be in it and feeling. Yeah. I have a feeling that once Mercury gets into Capricorn, my stream will be like so much better. But right now, I just got to riz it out with the star quality of Mercury and Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and close this out and do a little vibe reading. Okay. So not much in the way of weather today, not much in the way of weather news. Really think that we're looking forward to Tuesday. So tomorrow I'll have a more official stream. And then Tuesday night, we are really going to play, because Tuesday is when the big storm's supposed to arrive. Tomorrow, I'll tell you how that big storm has treated the Pacific Northwest currently. All right. I can take this off the screen probably. Let's go back to me. Oh, do y'all like my cat dog onesie? Got it's a cozy day here at my house. It's a cozy day. Sorry, I just got distracted for a second. Whew. Have to focus on the intention that I'm doing this for me, you, and you. I don't know who you two people are, but I can see that there's two people, and I'm so glad that you're here. My name's Cloud. If you haven't met me, hi, I'm Cloud. I'm a meteorologist slash comedian slash astrologer slash vibologist. I'm a vibology kind of guy. I'm a vibology person. I'm here giving you the vibes, what the vibe report, the vibe check, vibe status report. Just funny because status is like state and a vibe is always moving. So like it's a kind of like an oxymoron to call it a vibe status. Okay. This one popped out again, so I'm doing it. Okay. Got a little cat. It says, I am selfish enough to want to feel good. And what they mean by that is feeling good indicates your connection to clarity, wellness, and an abundance in all good things. Feeling good is your most natural core belief. Whoa. Feeling good indicates your connection to clarity, wellness, and abundance in all good things. Feeling good is your most natural core belief. I like that. I gotta feel cozy like this cat, like this little cat dog. Oh, it's like me. I'm a cat. I'm the little cat dog. I'm the cat dog cat. Cute. Okay. Cute. Well, guys, thanks for coming. Please subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Comment if you're here. Drop something in the chat. I'm over on Talk Studio on Streamlabs, but I've got integrated chat, so I can see all of your chat messages from my stream player if you want to say hi. Okay, nobody's wanting to introduce themselves. That's fine. I'll see you later. I'll see you every single day. So subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the snow and have a good night. Stay warm.